Okay, Tanya, whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, sorry about that. So welcome to the Scientista first year panels. This is our second panel and it's going to be focused on engineering. Our panelists are both engineers and they'll be talking about some of their experiences with first year and course selection. So hopefully this will be able to provide you guys some guidance. If there are any questions that come up, feel free to send them in the chat and we can take them as we go, but there will also be time at the end to answer any remaining questions. So yeah, first I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. So whenever you guys are ready.
So I guess I can start. So hey everyone, my name is Catherine and I'm currently doing my electrical engineering degree at University of Toronto. And I'm also pursuing a business minor and currently I'm on my PEY term.
So hi everyone, my name is Tiffany and I'm also an electrical engineering student at the University of Toronto. And currently I'm doing my PEY at a Toronto startup.
Okay, cool. Do you guys want to talk about why you chose engineering?
Sure. So I chose this major because I chose engineering because I like physics and I perform well in math, and I thought that engineering can be applied in different industries, and it's pretty multidisciplinary. And as I progress through my program in electrical and computer engineering, I figured that circuit analysis and mathematics are more interesting to me. And so I decided to pursue a specialization in a power engineering field. And this field is attractive to me because it is a field that's always, there's always areas for improvement. So I thought that there's a challenging part in there that is worth giving a shot.
So for me, the reason for me to choose engineering in particular is because first of all, in high school, I typically did well in the math and sciences subjects, so I thought engineering may be a good fit for me. That was my initial intent in engineering, but as I progressed throughout the years, I realized that engineering is actually a discipline that is really multifaceted. You get to interact with a lot of different kinds of people, and it's also a discipline that allows and it opens up a lot of opportunities for you, whether you want to continue to pursue to becoming an engineer or whether you want to start your own business. Engineering is really a great option if to allow you to be exposed to a lot of different opportunities.
Okay, it's great to meet you guys. So we'll go in and start with the first question, which is what courses did you guys end up taking first year? And if you can talk a little bit about that, that'd be nice.
So in first year, typically the undergraduate office, they typically have the courses selected for you, and the courses, regardless of your discipline, so whether you are a track one, I'm not so for track one in electrical and computer engineering, the first year courses are typically the same, and I believe it's also the same for other core 8 disciplines. So if you're a chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, typically the courses are the same. So they have the schedules up there for you, and usually you will just follow the schedule that's provided. And if usually there won't be conflicts, but if there are, reach out to the academic advisor. Usually they'll resolve the conflicts for you. Some of the courses that I've taken, so that was on my schedule for my first year, are engineering and strategies and practice. So that's a course that allows allows students to work in different teams and allows students to work with from a wide range of disciplines. So you may be placed in a group in the same discipline as you, or you may be placed in a group with students ranging from industrial engineering, chemical engineering, that kind of team settings. And for each group, you'll be assigned a client that you'll interact with and solve a project and present your case in the end of the semester. Catherine, do you want to add on top of that?
Oh, yeah, so engineering strategies and practice is kind of the more interesting, more special course that's offered in U of T. And the other courses are mainly just calculus, there's calculus and the chemistry course and other courses that allow to give more insight to for the upper year courses, and so that you can know which areas that you would like to specialize in as you progress through your years in the university.
Okay, thank you. Also, I don't know if anyone else can hear this, but there's kind of a bit of an echo coming from you guys. So maybe when you're not talking, if you could mute yourself, that would be great. So the next question is, what are breath requirements, and how early should I start thinking about them?
So the breadth requirements is that in this you will have to worry about more of this in your third and fourth year. So before you graduate, you would have to select 4 areas for your breadth and 2 areas for your depth areas. So there will be a seminar course in second year that introduces you to each area of ECE or mechanical or chemical, and you will be required to take at least for ECE, you will be required to take 4 kernel courses across the 4 areas and 2 areas for specialization. So pay attention when you're doing a seminar course. I understand that when attending a seminar, you might not have any idea of what each area is, but I recommend you to download the slides and maybe just take down some brief jot notes, so for future references. And it will become handy when it comes to selecting your own courses and deciding on your own specializations.
And on top of that, on top of your specialization, I can, in particular to ECE, I'm not sure if it applies to other disciplines as well, but I'm pretty sure it works pretty much the same. So we will have to select 2 courses that are non-technical courses. So 2 humanities course and 2 CS courses, and those have to be outside of your technical discipline. There are a lot of different courses to choose from. For example, there are business courses or any arts and science courses that will also satisfy those credits. So I really encourage you to explore what courses satisfy the HSS and CS requirements, and really explore, because these are the opportunities for you to really take the courses that you are interested outside of the engineering discipline. Most students take them in third and fourth year, and that's also what I'm doing. And yeah.
Okay. So what are some things to keep in mind when planning your course schedule?
So in terms of planning the course schedule, you don't really have a lot of flexibility in your first and second year. But for some disciplines, you may have the opportunity to start selecting your courses in your second year. But in particular, for me, I can speak mostly to electrical and computer engineering. For electrical and computer engineering, The courses for first and second year are mostly in place by the faculty. So those are the mandatory core courses that you will have to take and you will have to pass in order to take the upper year courses. When it comes to third and fourth year, there are more opportunities for you to really plan what courses you want to take. And in terms of upper years, I really encourage you to plan out your course that you're interested in upper years. I really encourage you to start exploring those options in your first and second year, whether it be connecting with upper year students or really just go on the syllabus or the academic advisor and ask what are the available options for you in your third and fourth year for specialization, and really look into those courses and see if the courses in first and second year interest you, and if you would like to pursue specialization further down the road. First and second year is really the years for you to explore those options. So I really encourage people to explore.
And then another thing is when you have your timetable set up for you, this mainly occurs in third and fourth year, but when there's a conflict, make sure that the courses in conflict that are not mandatory for attendance or tutorials. So if they are mandatory for attendance, make sure you resolve a conflict, or make sure that the other course that is in conflict doesn't require mandatory attendance or participation. So that way you don't get penalized when not showing up for those activities.
Yeah, in particular for the tutorials that have quizzes, make sure you understand what tutorials have mandatory quizzes for you to attend and get grade, and you will get graded. So make sure that you don't miss those if you have a conflict or if you decide to change up your tutorial sections.
Okay, thank you. So how did you guys pick your electives if you had any options in first year?
First year, we didn't really have a chance to pick our own elective. So unless you would like to have a full course though, maybe taking 6 courses at a time, you can perhaps you want to finish your HSS or CS credit earlier. So for those courses, you can explore the faculty approved HSS and CS courses that are posted on their website, and you can also go through the courses that are required for any minors and pick your courses from those criteria.
And those course selections will be mainly made through Acorn. So there's a search option on Acorn, and it will pop. If you find the courses that you're interested in, you can type in the course code or course name, and you can enroll yourself as long as you really plan your schedule ahead, and the courses fits into your schedule in your first and second year.
Okay, got it. So not many options for engineers first year, I guess, with electives. What are some useful resources for choosing your courses or planning your schedule that you guys might have come across?
In terms of some useful resources for choosing the courses, I would say to attend those seminar courses and orientation to engineering courses. Those are the courses that really provide the information with regards to the opportunities for specialization and all those advices for picking your electives in upper years, as well as how to be successful in your engineering studies. Aside from the seminar courses, one of the useful resources would be to really talk to your academic advisor. They are the people who knows the academic curriculum, and they are the people who you can reach out to if you have any questions regarding to any academic related activities, or any to any personal matters that may affect your academic studies. Those are the people you would first reach out to. The other option would be really to connect with upper year students and ask them what are their experience in selecting their courses and how they ended up choosing their specializations, or what they would recommend in taking the courses. So yeah, connect with the academic advisor and upper year students, as well as really attend the seminar courses and the orientation to engineering courses. Those are the three most useful resources, I would say, in terms of planning a schedule.
And you could also reach out to Engineering Society and SOC and your club for each discipline. For example, for EC, there's an EC club that you can reach out to, and you can always ask them questions, or like ask for advices for your course selection.
Okay, thanks guys. So regards to your schedule, once again, would you recommend that there's a best time for labs and tutorials?
So in terms of engineering labs, in particular for labs, I can speak to the lab. So there may be multiple time slots for the labs. Some sections may be scheduled in the morning, some may be scheduled in the afternoon. It really depends on the labs. Some labs may take up to 3 hours, and it depends on whether you would be able to get up in the morning at 9 a.m. and go to the labs and do it for 3 hours. Sometimes it may be really hard to just get there on time or really stick with it for 3 hours. It really depends on your personal style, your personal lifestyle. So if you're the type of person that can get up in the morning at 9 a.m. and start to be focused and really just get your lab done or tutorial done for 3 hours, then the morning section may be for you. But if you're the type of person that really can't make it in the mornings, then I would recommend to try and select the afternoon sessions. But also keep in mind that the schedules in first and second year are really made to accommodate the lecture section, to really accommodate so that there are no conflicts for your lecture sections and tutorial section. So make sure that if you switch your lab section or tutorial section, you may also have to switch your lecture sessions in order to accommodate the conflict. So make sure to watch out for that.
Okay, thank you. How many courses would you recommend per term? And should I take only science-based courses? So this is probably a bit different for engineering, since you guys mostly have your credits courses chosen for you. But if you have anything to share, please feel free.
So in terms of how many courses that I recommend to take per term, most of the technical courses, most of the engineering courses are pretty technical heavy. So it really depends on if you can handle all those courses. Most students take 5 courses per term. That's usually the optimal course though that people recommend, and that's also what I recommend. But I've personally also done taking 4 courses one term and 6 courses in the second term to balance out the course load. it depends on the how difficult are the courses for that term for you. If you can handle 5 courses, and it's and for personally in first and second year, I took 5 courses per term, and the 4 courses and 6 courses scenario was only for my third year. So consider first and second year, usually 5 courses per term would be the optimal course load. But if you really need to adjust that's really okay. But really have to just to keep in mind that some of the courses really require you to pass the courses in order to take some of the upper year courses or second year courses. So make sure you know what your make sure you plan ahead accordingly. So to make sure you satisfy the prerequisites. Most of the first year courses are the prerequisite for the second year courses. So you just have to make sure that you do get the credits prior to when you want to take the course. I would say that would be my greatest tips for to the workload, to the course load.
I would also recommend taking 5 courses because for a lot of the courses they're really lab heavy, and some of the labs really do take up time and really do require a lot of effort for you to succeed in the course. So I would also recommend taking 5 and just stick with the schedule that the faculty had planned for you.
Okay, great. What were your personal favorite courses and, in your opinion, GPA booster courses?
Is this question directly for first year courses?
No, you can also share some upper year courses if you feel like.
Yeah, so in terms of first year, if I focus on my first year courses, my favorite courses would be some of the math courses. So so the calculus courses and linear algebra. I don't know if it would be like sort of a GPA booster for everyone. It really depends on your personal, what you like and what you are good at. For me, I really liked the math courses in first year, and those came easier for me compared to some of the other courses. And I personally enjoyed the math courses. Some of the science courses were also pretty interesting. So one of the most interesting courses that I remember taking in first year was the chemistry course that the professor really looks like he enjoyed teaching and really provided a lot of demonstrations during lectures for students to really see what is actually going on and what the course concept, how the course concepts relate to real world scenario. So I also really enjoyed chemistry in my first year. That was my personal opinion. So
Okay, thank you for sharing. I definitely agree. Like, you want to do courses that you feel you would be interested in, and those are probably where you'll excel the best. And is there anything that you've learned now that you wished you would have known first year? You can also throw in some advice here if you feel like it.
I guess for me that I wish that I know first year is that I should take my time to reflect on myself and see which courses that I like more and plan ahead your academic plan before going to third and fourth year. So that way you can have a personalized timetable that really tailors to your needs and interests that would help you for your future career.
yeah, I also agree that really take the time to think what career you want to pursue after undergrad, and really take the time to think about those. First year it might seem to be a long way ahead, but really start taking the time in first year. And something that may be able to help us to be more involved in clubs, and really find an organization or a design team that really interests you, and really stick to that one and commit to that one. You may be able to find some things that you didn't know that you liked earlier or before joining the club. So really take the time to be involved, explore yourself, and really explore the career options you have after undergrad, and plan ahead your personal schedule to tailor to your career goals in mind. I think that would be one of the best one of the advice that I think is the most important.
You could also look for internship opportunities and reach out to professors to look for research opportunities. Most of the time, sometimes the faculty would have emails advertising that which lab or which professor is looking for research participants. So you can see that, take that opportunity and just apply, and you'll always it's a good way to explore what options are out there.
All right, thank you so much for your advice. That was like all the questions we had for you today. Is there anyone who wants to ask any more questions in the Zoom chat? I'll give it a couple minutes, but in the meantime, we've also prepared a document with some useful resources and some tips, and we'll share it in the Zoom chat, as well as it's this document. I'll share the link. We'll also post it into our Facebook event for the Scientista panel. So if you do miss it here, you'll have that opportunity to check it out there. But it looks like we don't have any more questions. So thank you two so much once again for coming out and speaking on your experiences as engineers. And that's all we have for today.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
Thanks, guys.